Is this uptick in sales so highly regionalized that we shouldn't make more of it than maybe the headline would suggest?
It's both.
Yes, it's Patrick, that was for you.
Go ahead.
And then Susan, I'll get you.
Yeah, I think what we're seeing is more of the same. A housing market sales recovering at maybe 10% for the last 3 or 4 years, and that's what we're seeing again this year. I think so. The answer is yes, and it's recovering in the West and in the South, and not in the other 2 regions.
Susan, your perspective here. I mean, how healthy is the market, really? I guess we've recovered to some levels that we haven't seen in a long time.
It's national growth, but it's housing in the affordable region of the country, which is the South. All the growth in housing, new home sales, is in the South, where housing is affordable. And that has implications going forward. If interest rates tick up sharply, will it not even be affordable in the South?
So what does this mean, Susan, for prices if the pickup is in the affordability sector? Number one. Number two is in the South, where prices are lower to begin with than they are in California, New York, Boston, D.C.
Yeah, let me make a clarification. It's not in the affordability sector. It's not first-time buyers. They're still sitting on the sidelines. It's more affordable across the board. Around $330,000 isn't that affordable. But nonetheless, it's down 3% because of a concentration in the South, where housing is, in fact, more affordable than the rest of the nation. That's where we're going to see the growth in population and households and construction. But that still tells us we have a national housing shortage.
Patrick, I was talking over the weekend to a friend about lumber, which tells you what my weekend was like. I'm talking about lumber. But he was saying that lumber costs are going up and that other input costs presumably are going up. What are the, particularly on Canadian lumber, what are the implications of that for house sales and prices?
Well, I think it's going to make a small dent in sales. Mainly, the construction market is driven by the demographics. But I think it will. You're right. Lumber prices are up at double-digit rates right now, as there are a lot of other input costs, and it's going to probably hit sales, construction, new housing starts this year. But mainly, I think in the long run, what really drives the new home sales, housing starts numbers are the demographics, and it just means the house is going to be more expensive, and you're going to see more rental units, fewer single-family units.
So to that point, Susan, what happens to those first-time buyers? Do they just stay in rentals for longer, and how does that influence how this housing market develops? Because I would think that if they stay in rentals for longer, and for the home builders it's not as profitable to build those so-called first-time homes, then there's always going to be this gap.
Exactly. They are staying longer. We're seeing people staying longer, going to home ownership later in life. But you know that's a plus for multifamily. So multifamily is doing quite well and persistently has done quite well. But there is, in fact, demand as the millennials move up to that. Let's have that first child. Let's get married. Let's start on our life path. There is a demand. And as long as interest rates stay low, we will see an increase in demand for first-time home ownership. And how the supply matches that is yet to be seen.
Patrick, let's talk a little bit about interest rates and what impact they could have on those first-time buyers or move-up buyers, for that matter, as rates move to levels we haven't seen in quite some time.
Well, if you look at the existing home sales numbers, they're down from last year, and they may be down for the year. And then we're seeing higher interest rates. So the bottom line is that they're going to hurt sales going forward. The good news is that they probably aren't going to go up that much more than they are right now. We think they're going to settle around maybe 50, 75 basis points higher than they are now in 2 or 3 years.
Hey there, thanks for checking out CNBC on YouTube. Be sure to subscribe to stay up to date on all of the day's biggest stories. You can also click on any of the videos around me to watch the latest from CNBC. Thanks for watching.